Hello and welcome. My name is Sunshine Amos, the CEO and Project Manager, Sunshine Resources. In this video, I just want to make a quick review of Sunshine Resources ebook and production guideline. Now, before I proceed, I want to say to those of you that have purchased the ebook already, congratulations, and I encourage you to make the best use of the ebook. I want to let you know that it is not a comic book, it is not a fiction, it is not a love story, it is not a novel. It is a skill-packed book, okay? It is a skill-packed book. The content of the book is not what you can get from the best university. You can quote me anywhere, okay? Because I was there before. You may be learned, but you cannot produce anything from the knowledge you've acquired from there. The knowledge can only turn you into a servant for life, and that is what has been hidden from the academia for a very long time. Nobody goes to the university and acquires such skills. Trust me. They are high income yielding skills if only you know how to use them. Now let me also say here that it is not for everybody, okay? It is not for everybody. I repeat, it's not for everybody. It is for those that have the Dangote spirit, those that have the Mark Zuckerberg spirit, those that have the Bill Gates spirit, what we generally call the entrepreneurial spirit. That's the spirit of creativity. It is not the same thing as academic spirit or educational spirit. The educational or academic spirit, you will learn it, but you can't manufacture anything. In other words, you can't transform the knowledge you've acquired from the classroom into any product. This is the reason why most young graduates find it very difficult to become entrepreneurs. As a matter of fact, they are afraid of entrepreneurship because they don't have any skill. Now listen to this. In the digital age, any knowledge you've acquired and you cannot transform that knowledge into product or service is a useless knowledge. Okay? In this era, any knowledge that you've acquired and you cannot transform that knowledge into a product or service is a useless knowledge, obviously. Okay? Any knowledge that you've acquired and that cannot make you self-reliant is a useless knowledge. Okay? You need to unlearn it and acquire the modern skills in what we call customized curriculum. That is a set of knowledge that can be transformed into a product or service and that can solve human problems. Human beings have a lot of problems. In Nigeria here, for example, we have a lot of problems. As a matter of fact, very dangerous problems. Dangerous here means that the problems need urgent solutions. Wherever you go, anywhere you are, you find problems. And these problems need solutions. And the solutions need to come from us. And the solutions must come from human beings like you and me. Now, do you realize that anything around you is a product of someone? Have you ever thought of this? Whatever you find around yourself is a product of someone. In front of me is a camera produced by Samsung. Here I have a printer, I have a microphone, I have a computer. All these are gadgets around me here. Look around your environment. You could find things like your shoe, your belt, your clothes, your television, your phone, your plate, your pot, your bed, your computer, your wall clock, your toothpaste, your soap, your spoon. I could go on and on and on. They're all product of human beings like you and me, okay? And they came up with this product in order to solve people's problems, okay? Now you need the kind of knowledge or skill that can be transformed into a product or service to be able to survive in this economy. So what we've done at Sunshine Resources is to bring to you the chemistry for entrepreneurship, removing all the jargons that they bore you with in the classroom. You don't need to know the definition of atoms or molecules. But what we've shown you is how you can use atoms and molecules to make product for people. In other words, solving people's problems. Now listen to this. It is your product that people want, not your knowledge. It is your product that can create wealth for you, not employment. Now let's set the world. The richest people in the world have product. Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Dangote, Steve Jobs, Jack Ma, McDonald. All these people have product. Now the question you need to ask yourself right now is that, where is your product? Just ask yourself, where is my own product? Where is your product? How come you have never thought of creating a product in your life? Let me quickly let you know that a product is a solution pack for a problem. The best way to create wealth is to create a product that can solve human problems. A product is like a bucket with which you can fetch money from the society, just the way you can use bucket to fetch water from the river. If you have a product as simple as matches or soap, It can fetch you millions of naira from the system into your bank account on a daily basis, because these are the commodities that people are using every day. And that's what Dangote leverages on, essential commodities. Ladies and gentlemen, it's high time for you to think of having a product of your own. And now let's come back to the main topic of the day. In the ebook, we have categorized the items into 4 main headings, and these are cleaning and laundry product, body care product, hair care product, and others. On page 11, for example, we discuss extensively requirements before you go into full-scale commercial production. And the most important one here is the role of Navdaq. Of course, we know that the manufacturing of goods such as food, cosmetics, and drugs are regulated by an agency called National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, Navdaq. And in the ebook, we spelled out clearly the protocol for Navdaq registration. Please note that this is also very important. Failure to do that, the agency will clamp down on you. On page 15, we talked about how you can create value with your product. We mentioned the criteria you can use to create value for your product. And on page 17, we mentioned 50 production chemicals and their uses. Now, this is also very important. It is paramount that you know your production chemicals just the way you know your neighbors by their names, their status, their occupation, etc. So your production chemicals automatically becomes your neighbors, and you need to know them since you work with them every day, because some of them are very dangerous, just the way human beings are, while some are gentle and mild, just like water. So you must know them one by one. Now, failure to do this, you will record hazard. On page 54, we mentioned chemicals of close substitute. Take for example, if you want to use sodium hydroxide, that is caustic soda, and caustic soda is not available in your area, which other chemical can you make use of in place of caustic soda? That was mentioned on page 54 as chemicals of close substitute. Now on page 55, we dealt extensively on measurement and unit of measurement. This is also another important area, as the overall quality of your product largely depends on measurement. Now, this is where most people have difficulty in production, as they do not know how to measure. Some do not even understand the unit of measurement. That was extensively dealt with on page 55. Now on page 57, we talked about 12 essential rules for chemical handling. In other words, safety measures in handling chemicals. Now, for those of us that study sciences, we are acquainted with laboratory safety rules. If you are to handle chemicals, there are safety rules you must obey. Just like I said before, some chemicals are very dangerous, while some are mild. It is important that you imbibe some safety measures to be able to work with the chemicals, especially with the dangerous chemicals. So on page 57, we dealt elaborately with safety measures in handling chemicals. Now on page 63 to 174, we listed ingredients, quantities, method, process of how to produce various household products. We know that you will not be able to produce all of them, but we give you opportunity to choose whichever falls with your passion. And on page 175, we gave tips on high impact marketing and sales strategy. And so now, the ball is in your court. Make your choice. Now I just want to let you know that we have committed our time, energy, resources and experience in the development of the ebook and the YouTube channel. It's our passion and product, and I encourage you to get this book and save yourself from unemployment, idleness and hopelessness. Our duty and commitment is destroying unemployment in our society. I have dropped a link in the description box below this video on how to access and download the ebook. So thank you very much for watching, and God bless you. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can visit our website on www.sunshineresources.org.ng. You can visit our YouTube channel or youtube.com/c/sunshineresources SRTV. You can also follow us on our Facebook page on Sunshine Resources. Thank you very much for watching, and God bless you.